Yo, what's up everybody? It's Mike from B-Type 1. How you doing today? It's Sunday. So, I walked by this yesterday. My brother and I have been taking a lot of walks while we've been in through this quarantine sort of thing. And it's been a way for us to learn the city, but it's also been a way for us to kind of see and get out and like still feel alive. And that's where kind of part of, I was telling you about the idea of build a beacon, and that came out when we were driving to work. But I saw this last night, and I was like, that's kind of cool, because when you're trying to do things like that, you get lots of signs. So like in my last video, I was talking about the practical things you can do to build a beacon, and there were probably some emotions that came up. And a lot of people, when they think about signs, they think about external signs, things that life tell them what to do, but they don't necessarily always think about what is internal. And so those little voices in your head, when somebody says something and they provoke an emotion, good or bad, those are signs. And now that's obvious. A lot of people know that. But let's think about that for a moment in the context of the situation that we're in. So we have this incredibly scary thing happening to us. Quarantine is getting ready to end. Lots of states are coming out of lockdown. And here's some crazy dude on YouTube is like, yo, build signs, build a beacon. All right, great idea, right? Okay, cool. But a beacon is a rallying point. It's basically a light. It's a thing that people focus and go towards. Not everybody's really comfortable being that, and putting that much emphasis on them. So, but I don't necessarily think that's a wrong thing, but sometimes, depending on where that's coming from, you might have a voice in the back of your head that's like, yeah, I could do that, but it's really, really quiet. It's really quiet. And then you have this other voice that's a lot louder that's like, no, you can't do that. Or maybe it's something else. I'm just using my big person voice. But those little voices and the way you react are signs. So I wanted to get this little quick video because it's important to pay attention to those things. Just like this says, road work ahead, human work ahead. Because those little things are the things that you can those are basically your own beacons. Your own rallying points of the own things that you could work on that then allow you to be that sort of person for the people around you. Michael Jackson said it all starts with the man in the mirror, the human in the mirror, the type 1 human in the mirror. And so grind on that a little bit. Swish it around your mouth a little bit. See if if anything pops up. Go find a journal and jot that down. Run with that idea and see where it takes you, because sometimes the scariest thing is just taking that next step to be honest with yourself and go, you know what? Yeah, I am kind of afraid to go do that thing. And that fear is the thing that's getting in your way. One of my favorite titles, I'm not the biggest fan of this particular album, but I love the title of it. And it's Fear Factory. Fear's the Mind Killer is the name of the album. And that to me is a really, really cool, succinct way of saying that getting that out of your way, getting that fear out of your way, that fear is just this voice, this conditioning in the back of your head going, you can't, you can't, you can't. Where the little voice in the back of your head, way far back, that's you going, but you can, I want to, you can. So, going after those sorts of things, and, while we've had this opportunity in this quarantine to kind of downshift a little bit, to slow down, to think a lot, to go deeper and be more introspective, what's come out of that? I'm going to just straight up steal this one. So Elliot Hulse was a big mentor of mine. Did a lot of YouTube videos, not much unlike these. And he had one, I'll have to link it, I can't remember it. But he quoted Ralph Waldo Emerson in it. Now, I have not read a whole lot of Emerson, but I do love this quote, and I remember it because it's a really important quote. And it's, do the thing you fear most, and the death of fear is certain. It's either Emerson or Mark Twain. Somebody's going to correct me. I'll look it up. It'll be in the comments. Point being is that build a beacon. But if there's something standing in your way and that something is you, take that as your beacon and use that one first. And then once you build that, put on your own mask, in the event of a crash, please put on your own respirator before assisting those of others. Yeah, airlines, right? Work on you, then work out. But those things, they all play into the gears the meshing of the gears of society that can allow us to move forward in a positive way outside of this whole coronavirus pandemic, catastrophe. So much love to everybody out there. Stay safe as we continue to reopen and build a beacon. Peace.